ultimate game in this college football season. Two teams that have battled through a long regular season, thrived in this 12-team playoff bracket, overcoming adversity along the way. And now, two teams battle for that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Welcome to Tampa Bay and Raymond James Stadium, the site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
Let's go.
That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. Incompletion makes it second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Fires it on the move. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. And that will pick up the first down, spotted at 38.
Boy, what an accurate throw here by this Virginia Tech quarterback. And you and I, over the years, have seen a lot of great quarterback play when it comes to throwing the football. Michael Vick, of course, could make those throws. Tyrod Taylor, Brian Randall, Jim Druckenmiller. Was some great quarterback play and lofty standards to try to live up to.
The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Heavy blitz look here, pre-snap. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Finds room at the 30. We make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
And the Hokies looking to cash in this red zone trip. Off the play fake on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Wiggins. Touchdown, Hokies. They strike first in this national title bout. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Makes the catch. It's Clark. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Dropping back. It's St. Clair. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Now here he goes. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Looking to throw again. He fires downfield. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Breaks in open space. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Ball handed off. The Hokies pick up enough yardage for a first down.
How about this run here by this Virginia Tech running back to be able to pick up this first down? And, man, they've had a lot of speed over the years in that backfield at Lane Stadium. Kevin Jones and David Wilson and Lee Suggs. And now we're seeing this young man today being able to run the football very similar fashion.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. Breaking free at midfield. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking to scramble now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Hokies will line up on 1st and 10. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Toward the end zone, and he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And I love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Got the first down and still motoring. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. The Gators will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. And they'll go right back to him on first down. He They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Play fake, looking to throw. Going to try to use his legs here. Inside the 45. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving. Offense will set up on 1st and 10.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Checks this down to the running back. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. And the Gators will line up here on 1st down and goal. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Catch made by the tight end. Brought down. The completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Touchdown, Gators, as they answer with their first score of this title game. Now they line up to kick the extra point.
Hey, this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Ball handed off. He's breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. He's past the 30. Inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. Well run. Touchdown, Hokies.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
So, Kirk, it's Virginia Tech in the lead. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship. Through 1 quarter, let's check out the game summary. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the 2nd quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's got some space here. Gets some blocks. And he steps out of bounds, but that's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Really excellent possession last time. The mix, the run, the pass kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. Tackle made after a big gain to be 1st and goal at the 7. The Gators will crank up the tempo. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? Escapes the pocket. Sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. I'd rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Pass caught. And it's good for a first down to the 36. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Good pass to the flat to a receiver.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
That completion sets up a third down play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Second down after that short completion. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, good tough running here by this Virginia Tech running back. The offensive line did their job to give him just enough room there to be able to get vertical and pick up valuable yards and keep this drive alive.
And the Hokies have 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. The back's got it. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the running back takes the handoff.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
The long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. In the red area, it's Hayes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. This offense is still clicking. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. To throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab. It's Clark. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Quarterback operating an empty set. Looking to pass here on second down. Pump over the middle. It's Clark. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The sure hands. It's Clark. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain. Getting closer to midfield now. The Gators will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking to throw it again. Defense is coming after him. He's going to pull it down and run. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Here's the second down play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They look to throw it here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Hoffman. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. 1st and 10 play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. Looking downfield. It's St. Clair. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Here we go. 3rd and goal coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution for championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
First play of the drive now on the 25. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain moves the ball to the 34. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. On the run here, lets it go. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. throw now on first down. The receiver grabs it. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gain there.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets the first and still running. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. One more play before they head to the locker room. Handoff here from the shotgun. He's got the first and still going. And they get him down. That will be the final play of this first half. Minter's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Hokies will kick this away to begin the second half. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The Gators offense retakes the field. Looking for a fast start here at the beginning of the third quarter. Down by a couple of possessions. Pressure is coming. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. On the move now. Using his legs here. Breaks a tackle in the clear now. Will avoid the big hit with the slide. Offense right to the line. Playing with tempo now.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Catch hauled in here over the middle. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Grab near the sticks. It's Murphy. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. The Gators are looking to keep this drive going. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking downfield. What a catch!
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
It's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
That's a dangerous throw. It falls incomplete, but this defense almost had a second interception today.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Looking to chuck it again. Lets it fly out of the wideout. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Florida, as they come roaring back now.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Third down play coming up. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense and short of the first down marker.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Looking to scramble. And makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down.
What a great throw here by the quarterback from Virginia Tech to be able to pick up the first down. He was able to make the right read. Nice route by the receiver. Puts the ball right on the money, and they're able to move the screen.
That's a fumble. Scooped up with the defense. They bring him down after a short return, but this defense comes up with the takeaway.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Takes the ball, tries the right side here.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Third down after that running play. To throw, it's St. Clair. Receiver makes the grab. He's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. Enough to convert on third there. So first down from the 12 now.
Boy, the quarterback looks so confident there with this throw. Good job up front with the offensive line protecting on a pivotal third down. And anytime you're trailing in a game, you want to be able to convert. So good job by this offense.
The pass rush closing in. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4. And the Gators looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
The Gators hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Touchdown, Gators. They battle back to take the lead.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the football. No connection there. The pass is incomplete. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Looking to make a big play downfield. Deep pass broken up nicely, but there is a penalty flag on the play, so let's check that out. So the quarterback lost track of where he was. He was all the way beyond the line of scrimmage before throwing that pass. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Good throw to the left. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. The Gators hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. They're going to run it here. Stop for no gain there. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter. The final quarter coming up next. Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires it to the wideout. Hart over the middle. It's Hoffman. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27. And the Gators line up on 1st and 10 now.
Oh, that really hurts for this defense. They get these guys the 3rd down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a 1st down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
2nd down play coming up. the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Now it's 3rd and short on the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hoffman. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. No gain on 1st makes it 2nd down and goal from the 7. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. The pocket breaking down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. Either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their back.
Look at a throw on 3rd and goal. Running out of time in the pocket. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack it.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Makes it look easy.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. He decides to keep it here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry up.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make... That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field, so let's check this call. And the huge gain is negated as the officials spot a penalty. Tough for the offense to bounce back from that one. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Defense is coming after him. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job of the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that 1st down.
Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw over the middle. Makes the grab. It's Adams. Finally tackled at the 7. What a play. Sets up a 1st and goal now.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
1st and goal. Handoff. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Hokies.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
important PAT is up and good. We're tied in the fourth. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida offense retakes the field. The last possession is settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. To throw, it's St. Clair. Throws it to the right. Oh, he makes the catch. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, he can't bring it in. A chance for a takeaway. They're one of the star players on this defense. Couldn't make it.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So, second down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Great start to the drive, but now back-to-back incompletions. Makes it 3rd and 10. Looking to throw yet again. Grabbed by the receiver. The reception, that's about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. The Gators will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Coverage seat brings down the returner. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time, and the big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. First down here for this offense. Quarterback still with the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, you and I love this guy's ability to run the football, especially in the option game. But why take an unnecessary hit here? A chance to step out of bounds and avoid the hit? You got to do it.
Defense swarms him on that first down play. Now they come up 2nd and 15 after the loss. Looking for the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable. And
this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
course, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Trying for a fourth down completion. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Bringing pressure. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw. It's St. Clair. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, and he dropped it over the middle and some traffic there. Now brings up third down.
What a job by this defense coming up with that big sack on first down. Now the incompletion. Good job of putting this offense in a real bind now with third down and long on their side of the 50.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. Deep shot caught inside the 25. So the offense declines the penalty after the big play. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They try the middle but gain nothing on that play. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And now they'll run it on the draw. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. The defense takes a timeout with 27 seconds left.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
Looking to throw. It's St. Clair. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up fourth down.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And it's good, right down the middle. And cue the celebration. They have taken the lead in the final minute.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now on the 25. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Using his legs on the scramble. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining. And it comes down to this in the national championship. Close game. Final minutes. Can this quarterback step up and make a winning play? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for a late deep shot. And it's hauled in way downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. And with 5 seconds to go, this would send us to overtime. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. And with 5 seconds to go, this would send us to overtime. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And the game is tied here in the final seconds. We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. They'll run it to the right side. So no gain on what's going to be the final play. The clock is at 0-0. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime here just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, close to a pick. Instead falls incomplete and brings up a 4th down play now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get him behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Now the offense will spend a timeout to get organized before this critical play coming up. So here comes the field goal unit out there trying to claim the lead here in OT. And that one's straight down the middle. And with that, they regain the lead. So they line out now knowing a touchdown wins the football game. You need a field goal at least to force another overtime. They'll run it here. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
But a huge hit by the linebacker, but a tackle.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
So a crucial third down. Can the defense make a stop and force a field goal attempt? Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Snags a quick throw. They bring it down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10.
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
Looking for 6. And he dropped it. Wow, an interception would have ended the game right there.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
Now they'll come up second down and goal from the 10. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. For the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. As you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the Florida Gators.